beautiful friend. How are you?
Hi, I'm just telling you in my car.
This is reminding me of the area manager retreat we did when you were like, should I come? Yeah. Book that flight. The area manager retreat that we all did. Way back when you were just a baby.
I was a baby.
You baby, and you're all grown up now. Crazy.
I know.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not, but it's okay.
So I'm here with Erin Farrell, and we did this amazing retreat in Montana. It's actually snowing right now, Carly. You would love it here.
Oh my God.
We're in Big Sky, so that's where Erin lives. And we got this amazing house, and we've got some girls gathered around the table, ready to listen to 10 minutes of Carly's fire hose. So.
Okay. Give me high five for me there.
Do you want?
Give me a pump. Like, what do you want?
Okay, I'm gonna let them just all introduce themselves super quick and just tell you how long they've been in Arbonne. So start off, Monica.
Hi, I'm Monica, and I am from San Diego, and I have been doing Arbonne for 2 years now, and currently an area manager.
Rebecca.
Hi, my name is Rebecca, and I am from San Diego, California. I have been in Arbonne for 7 years, and I am an executive area manager.
Hi Carly, it's Anna Ryan. I've been in Arbonne now for 8 years and an area manager needing to get my region back.
Yeah, she was a region, now an area. Wants to get her region back, but afraid of the chaos.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey Carly, Lisa Bodden. I live in Las Vegas and I promoted to area in April.
Hey Carly, it's Avery. You know me. But hi. And I'm here. I haven't been super involved in Arbonne lately, but I'm here with everyone and it's been amazing. So, see what happens.
Okay, next.
Hi Carly, I'm Danielle Woods and I've been in Arbonne for 3.5 years, almost 4, and I became an area manager in May of 2025.
Good morning. Hi, Carly. Thank you for taking the time. This is Cindy, and I jumped back into the business. I've been a consultant for the last 5 years, but jumped back in the business in October and promoted to area in May.
Okay.
And then you've got me and you've got Erin. So this is your team, let's say, Carly. Me included, which you know how funny I am. I'm like, what do I do, Carly? And what did you say to me? Do the same thing you told me to do. But
literally.
These girls, these girls want to go region. Some of them are stuck in their mindset, afraid of chaos. They have been heavy in sponsoring PCs and not consultants, but you've been popping out regions and nations, and if this were your team, be real.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, sorry, this is Larry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just driving back to my house. Yeah? Okay. Just tell me if I lose service, because there's this one spot and it might go out. If I was to say, like, this is something that I was talking to about my team last night, like, I just think sometimes we make the numbers mean so much more, or the titles mean so much more than they are, where, like, if you come back to, okay, you guys obviously went district, okay, you knew how to promote to district, and then now you promoted to area, and you knew how to promote to area, and I think when we start to understand, like, nothing is really different, like, I think we put region or nation or growth on a pedestal rather than just understanding that the work is the work, and it's not really different. Like, if you put that same intention and energy and excitement that you had to go district or you had to go area, you can go with the same excitement. And I think like that's my biggest piece of advice: stop making it so much bigger than it is. Because I don't know if this is helpful either, but I'm like, lately I've just been noticing, like, our world is so expensive, right? And to be a regional vice president, like, making $4,000 a month isn't as life-changing as it used to be. So, like, stop making it like it's, I don't know if that's helpful, but I think sometimes it's like, oh my God, I reach it and I could get a Benz and I could, like, be a regent. And it's like, it's really not that cool. Stop making it so cool. It's next. That's in growing through the levels. And I think that's something that I've been really good at is, like, in my business, is always seeing every incremental step that you're taking as it's just the next level. Like, don't put weight on it. Don't put like tons of meaning behind it. Like, of course you want a why. Of course you want a reason for why. You know, like, what do you want to go region for? You want a reason for that. But I just find so many people in Arbonne make it this big thing where I'm like, just think of it like growing your area. I don't know if that's helpful. Like, I feel like for some of you it's making like, oh my gosh, I've been in an area for so long, so like, how could I go region? Or if I've been in the business for 7 years, how could I possibly, like, it's going to take me another 7 years to go region, when really it's like a flip of the switch in your mind, and within 90 days you could have the promotion done. But we make it feel like it needs to take time, and it needs to be so long, and we need to put so much effort, like how you said Anna's afraid of the chaos. Like, I think fun is your business when you're not growing. Like, you guys love right now when your numbers are going backwards, or you're not hitting maintenance, or you have no one promoting. Like, do you guys like doing Arbonne like that? I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Do any of you enjoy that feeling? Or did you enjoy like the hype and the fun of when you were promoting the area? Like, which feeling was better?
The hype.
The hype.
Yeah.
It's coming up. What'd you say?
The hype, the fun, the being in the activity, the momentum. Go ahead, you guys.
Right. So it's like, when you remember that piece of it, rather than thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to work so hard, or I'm going to have to do so much, or like, what am I going to have to do? It's really not about that. It's about you realizing, like, Arbonne is fun when you're in momentum. Arbonne is fun when you're promoting. Arbonne is fun when you're doing new calls. Arbonne is fun when you have an event booked and you go crush the event. Arbonne is fun when you are talking to someone new and they're excited and they see the hope of this business. Like, that's when Arbonne is fun. But it's not fun in the in-between. It's not. Like, it's like, yeah, you go live your life, and yes, there's different seasons, and yes, you have other things you might care about. It's when you typically lose your belief in the business altogether. Like, that's the season where you go, oh, is this really worth it? Oh, should I even keep going? Is anyone going to join me? Like, that's when you have all the self-doubt and limiting beliefs creep up, where it's like, if you're just geared toward that next thing, you have something to look forward to. And I think that that's really, really important in your business, is like, if you don't have something that you're looking forward to and looking into the future to achieve, that's when we get lost. Like, you need that vision to be able to keep growing in this business. So if you're just like, oh, I'm just an area and I don't know if I can go region, like, how can anyone join you? There's no space. So it's understand, like, you have to, like, this is something that I think why I promote so many people on my team, because I don't give them space. It's like, okay, you promoted the area. You're already thinking about region. Like, that's your next step. I don't believe, like, people who teach, like, yes, some people just want to be district. Yes, okay, that's fine for those people. But the people who come into this business to actually grow a business, I don't believe that, like, district manager is good enough for anybody. I'm like, no, that's a limiting belief why you think district is good enough for you. For area, it's like, why would you stay in area when you could be a region? You're doing the exact same work, but you could double or triple your paycheck. So it's like, I come from the approach of, when someone promotes, I'm already talking to them about that next level. And that's not from a place of, like, pushing, but just, I'll give you an example. So someone just went district, and she did, like, 3,800 in volume last month. And I was like, literally all you need to do is double, though, and go area. Like, don't even give yourself space or time. Just get it done. Like, you're already in the activity. You already know what to do. You're already selling product. You're already talking to people about the business. Just set your intention on 8,000 instead. So whether she does that or not, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility as upline is to tell her what's possible, that she's capable, and that it's 100% possible for her to do this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where I think sometimes when we're not in the growth season, we get afraid to tell people what's possible. Like, we're afraid to tell them that, yeah, when you start, like, this is your first month. The thing is, like, it's not bad leadership if you share and they don't go. Like, that's normal. Most of our consultants are going to go to you and they're never going to do anything and they're never going to grow. That's normal. But your role is to at least tell them what's possible. So if I have a new consultant joining, I'm going to tell them, like, your first, no matter what, if 2,500 is your IT bonus, that should be your first target. If you want to go one step further, district manager, and whatever it is, right? If it's 3,500 or 4,800, 6,000 when it comes back to 6,000. And then I'll tell them if they start actually working, like, you know, they plan their events, they do the calls, they start actually doing something, I'm going to still tell them, like, hey, look, obviously these are your first 2 goals that I want you to go after. But if you really want to take it up a notch, like, I'm just letting you know, it is possible to go area qual in your start month. And I'll say, I did it. Is it possible? Like, does everyone do it? No. But, like, I want you to know that it's a possibility. So just keep those numbers in the back of your mind. Because without a target in this business, like, you go in circles, you're not going anywhere. It is so freaking crucial to have a number set that you're focused on every single month in your business. Even if that number is your maintenance, that's okay. But one thing I'll say is, I don't know, Jill, if you have opinions on this too, but like when I started, maintenance wasn't a thing. Like no one taught me to go for maintenance. Like it wasn't even something I thought about, and it wasn't something I missed. That's for sure. Like I feel like back then there was no room to miss maintenance. It's like everyone, if you're promoted to a level, you hit that level or above and beyond. And so I don't know what's happened in the last few years. Maybe because so many people are focusing on product sales instead. I don't know. But like more and more people, I feel like are missing maintenance. And like being okay with it. Where I'm like, that's a standard you need to set for yourself. That you don't create any space for that at all. Like you're unwilling to not hit maintenance. Like that's your no matter what bare minimum in your business is to hit the basic qualifications of what you need to be that title. And I think that that's really, 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 really important. Like you need to somehow erase all of the things that like you technically don't have to hit it, or you could pull from the PA or whatever, and you need to get so real with yourself that like, no, I'm unwilling to ever go below maintenance ever again. Like that starts with your new bare minimum no matter what. And then when you hit that, you build trust with yourself. Like, and this goes for your team too, where it's like if you want to build belief and trust in yourself and this business, like you have to at least be doing that. And I know one of you guys said you were an executive, and this is something else that I find. Sometimes the executives, I don't know your position, but they won't hit their own maintenance. Where like for myself, no matter who I've promoted, I've always kept, like in my region, I'm hitting 40 and beyond. If I'm like in my nation, I'm hitting 160 and beyond, regardless of how many nations I've grown. So I have 5 nations now. I've never and will never dip below 160 in my central nation. So that, again, that's a standard that I set for myself from the very beginning. So because I have done that, like when I knew I had someone about to promote to nation, and you guys can apply this as a district, area, region, doesn't matter. But when I knew she was getting close to nation, I was so focused on I need to make sure my central business is big enough that when she promotes out, I'm still doing 160,000 minimum without her. So for yourself as an area, let's say you have someone up and coming, you should be so focused on like, I'm going to be hitting 10,000 in my central without her. And that's what's going to allow you to keep growing through the levels, right? Because if you're hitting 10,000 in your central and now you have an area that's also doing 10,000, well, now you're at 20. Where what I see some people do is they like have an area that's going to go do 10 and then they start doing 2. Well, if you were to just stay focused on maintaining your central, despite whatever that other person is doing, you're going to be so much further ahead in growing your business over time. Yeah. So on that, what questions do you have?
Well, I just want to say, like, I agree. I was just saying for the 2,500, I was asking last night, I'm like, maybe like people hitting their $2,500 brick actually slows the business down because they feel like, oh, I've hit my $2,500 brick. I did good. I'm done. Yeah. Where when I started, we didn't have that $2,500 brick. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. And the second thing, Carly, is I was telling them last night because I was, I've been with you at the retreats and I've seen you work and stuff. And I mean, your work ethic is insanity. And that's why you're where you are. Like you're on phone calls, you're prospecting on social, whatever, taking them off social. But what I did say to the girls is they were having conversations on social, and I'm like, no, Carly doesn't even go into conversations on social. She gets them right off and into a chat. Hey, do you have 5 minutes to jump on the call with me?
Yeah, I do. And that's something that, I mean, of course I use social media, right? Like I use social, I post on social, I post stories. That's how I like advertise, you could say, my life and like keep myself relevant or in people's minds or whatever. And something that I'll tell you I've noticed for myself, when I don't go, and obviously you don't need social to build your business. It's just a tool. Like I always explain to people there's 3 things. You can do in-person events, you can do one-to-one phone calls, conversations, in-person meetings, and then you have social media as just an extra advertising tool. The beauty of social though is it keeps you in people's minds. and connected to people. And I've noticed for myself, let's say for instance, I barely talk about products in my stories, right? I'm just busy, I post like a picture of my meal placement, or I, post a picture of I'm drinking greens. Barely any of my clients reorder from that. What I notice though, if I'm getting new clients too, this is just something for myself personally, if I don't set the intention for like 2, 5, 7 new clients, I don't get any new clients. So like, even me now, okay, yeah, I've grown this quote unquote big business. I don't have anyone new looking at my social media being like, oh my God, I want this product, unless I set the intention and like intentionally show up thinking like I'm bringing in 5 new clients this month. Does that make sense? Like, I don't just have people flocking to my link and buying products. That's not how my social media works. That's not how my business works. But what happens is, like, if I share, let's say I'm like talking about my green gut glow, and I'm talking about why I love fizz, and I'm talking about whatever, my clients start to reorder. So I can see it. Orders start coming in. Why? Because it's relevant, and they're like, oh yeah, right, I need to order some new fizz. So I didn't even need to necessarily go message them directly. Like, I do. I send messages to my preferred clients every single month, at least one, letting them know what's going on. But it's my social media that keeps it relevant and makes them end up reordering. So just keep that in mind, that like, even though no one's messaging me, no one new is coming, but I've noticed it where I'm like, oh, my PCs actually end up reordering when I consistently talk on my stories. So they're watching and interested, and it's making them reorder. Just, I don't know why I felt like I needed to tell you guys that. And then the other thing, wait, so what did you just say about, the $2,500 brick? So with the $2,500 brick, that's something that I really do think holds people back sometimes, because I'm like, I just feel like Arbonne sets the bar really low. I'm going to be honest. Like, to set the goal is like, all you need to do in life is be 4 wide. I'm like, to me, that's a really low bar, because then what happens is you have the top people in the company basically benched. Like, oh, okay, I've hit the jackpot, I went nation, or oh, I've promoted 4 people. Okay, great, I guess I'm done. No, like, as top leaders, we should be the ones that are like going 5, 10, 20, 100 wide, because we see that everybody has the potential to be a national vice president. That's something that I truly believe, and I feel like that helps me keep going. Because, like, anyone could be like, oh, I'm 5 wide now, I guess I can stop. And I'm like, no. I have teams of, like, thousands of people who, more of these women need to be national vice presidents.
Yes,
so, like, who am I to go stop or slow down? It's like, no. I have people who want to be national vice presidents. Like, I have to help them. I have to show up for them. I have to teach them everything I know to help them build a business. So I feel like that's really important, and something that we teach on our team too is, okay, if you're mastering the $2,500 brick, now you make it 5,000. Once you master 5,000, then you make it 7,500. Once you master 7,500, then you make it 10,000. So we have a ton of people selling like 5 to 10K, rather than like, oh yeah, good, I hit my 2,500. Like, that's so small, you guys. $2,500 in sales, if you've been in the business for years, like, where's the duplication? Where is the compounding effect? Like, that's small. And I know there's a lot of top leaders in Arbonne who, that's literally all they do. They're like, oh, I hit my $2,500 brick. Okay, well, where do we think we're getting growth from if that's all we're focused on? You're not going to have growth. You are not going to 4 times your business, and you're definitely not going to 10 times your business only focusing on 2,500. It's not possible. You 4 times your business when you teach people to go from 2,500 to 10K. So it's like that. I know it can seem far off when you're not making a lot of sales, and trust me, I've had months too where I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, how did I sponsor all these people? Like, I haven't sponsored anybody. I don't have any new clients joining me. I don't have any new consultants joining me. Like, what is going on? And then I realized, I'm like, yeah, because my focus wasn't there. My intention wasn't there. Yeah, it might be nice. I'm checking my numbers, like, wishing that it would just show up for me, but, like, that's not how this business works. So it's been the last few months for me where I'm like, okay, I almost missed my bonus, and I never, ever miss my bonuses. And I went, okay, I could sit here and look at everyone else on my team hoping that they bring in new, or I could get my shit together on this final day of close day. It was close day, and I was like 8 away in my region or something, and I was like, okay, well, no one else is doing it. Like, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And I literally was like, I'm going to find 8 people. I don't know how, but I'm going to find 8 people. And I did on close day. And it reminded me, I'm like, dang, we forget how powerful we are when we have been in this business for a long time. Sometimes we forget that grit and that excitement and that determination that we had in the beginning that got us to where we are. And it's like, you can choose to channel and tune into that at any time. It's just we forget that we're capable of it. Like, I've been in the business for 7 years. Okay, well, when no one's messaging me being like, I want to buy products, you can think like, oh my God, like, who's going to want this? But what actually helped me was I showed up on Thursday with you guys. I'm hitting this goal. I don't know how, but I'm 8 short, and I've never been short. Like, this is insane. Do you know how many people on my team were inspired by that? Because they were like, wait, this national vice president is showing up, and, like, she's missed it, and she's asking for help. And people came out of the woodwork because they're like, I want to help you. I started sending direct messages to my old past due people, and I was like, look, I need you to renew right now because I'm about to hit my bonus, and I've never missed it. And, like, some of them ignored me, whatever, but, like, you know, I still was willing to say, like, I need your help. Because some of them are old consultants, right, that have now fallen to CC. So I'm like, you guys get it. Like, please, for the love, I know you need product. Just frickin' order and renew your account because it's going to help me hit this bonus. I was just honest. And obviously that is something you need to understand based on relationship, right? Like, there's going to be some people where, no, you can't just send that message. It's going to be received weird. But, like, these people I knew I could say that to. So I don't know if that's helpful, but it's like you've got to be willing to ask for what you want and still show up determined for it. And you can't just sit and refresh your dashboard and hope someone else is going to bring in that volume for you. Like, sometimes it's got to be you leading the charge, being hungry and wanting it, especially as area managers. Because, unfortunately, your teams are not big enough yet where you have anyone you can really lean on or rely on. Like, you don't have those leaders yet. So it really is, it is up to you. Like, you've got to be the one that's leading the charge and getting yourself to region. It's going to be you. And then if the other people on your team right now decide to come along, great. But, like, most of them will fall off, and that's okay. Like, you're going to have new people that come into your business that go with you. So don't look at your current team and think, like, okay, well, if this person just did this, then we could go. No, just decide you're going, and the right people will come into your business. Because the people on your team right now, like, they may only give you what they're giving you. And, like, maybe some of them rise up, but a lot of the time it's not them. It's going to be new people. Yeah. So you can't even see it yet because they don't exist.
Yeah, so true. I mean, so true. Thank you, Carly.
You're welcome. What do you guys have thoughts, questions based on that?
Girls?
Sometimes I get really intense, but one thing I'll say that I also do, like, I will talk to you guys like you're national vice president. So the reason I said 4 wide is, like, a small goal, because I treat you the same as I would talk to a national vice president. I don't think you're any different. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to do my calls separate for my regions and my, like, DMs or AMs, and I was like, no, you guys are all the same. I want my district hearing the exact same thing that I would say to my regions because I want their mindset to be that from the time they're a district manager, not because, oh, now you've promoted to region, you're ready for it. No. And if it's too much for you, that's fine. Obviously, people can tune out and whatever. But I'm like, I want my new people in my new districts to be spoken to like regional and national vice presidents. That's what's going to make them show up with that and become that and believe they can become that. So I'm brainwashing you right now to tell you 4 wide was too small. That you can set it for like 10, all the way from the beginning.
Awesome. Do you guys have any questions real quick?
Questions? No. I think this
Anyone?
was, like, all really good to hear.
Anyone? Comment?
That was great.
That was great. Thank you.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
I have a question, actually. So,
Yeah.
if you host an in-person event, what exactly do you do?
Yeah. So I'll be honest, when I try to host them, nobody really comes. Like, that's just something I found for myself.
Okay.
Like, I'm way better at executing one-to-one events or, like, one-to-one parties or launching people. Mm-hmm. So that's something I've discovered through my time. That's something you guys need to go practice is, like, doing socials, doing one-on-one phone calls, doing events, trying to host, like, figuring out your strengths because everyone is different. But when I do help launch someone or, like, I host an event with them because I go help my consultants host them all the time, is typically, like, a general one would be like, okay, you have the products laid out. We just did one the other day, actually, for one of my girls, and she set up prizes at every station. So let's say she had nutrition set up. She put in, like, a little jar that was, like, enter your name to win, and there was a prize. So she put, like, an essential meal. Then with the skincare, she had, like, a lip serum, for example, like, enter the prize to win. So she set it up with, like, body care, just, like, the different types of products we have, right? Makeup, everything. She set it all up like that. And what was really cool about that was something new that we've never done, that she did. And I was like, it made people go up to every section of the product and actually go look at them and feel, because, you know, some people feel weird going up to them. They're like, oh, I'm just going to sit on this couch the whole time. So you need a reason that gets them up looking at the product.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Like, I loved that idea. It worked really well. And then you're getting so many people who are excited, you're getting products in people's hands. It makes people stay until the end because they had to actually be there to win the prize, or she wasn't going to give it to them. So that was really cool. But basically, we had all the products set up, and then obviously, like, we'll sample Fizz, we'll sample Green Synergy, or like Green Dot Glow, we'll sample protein shakes, she might make protein balls, whatever. So we give samples. Like, the whole point is like letting people touch, taste, try. And then I bring everyone up into the sink, and like I'll start as they walk in. I'll be like, let me do skincare on one hand, so they get to compare their hands, and you're like, whoa, like the difference in their skin is insane. Like some people are like, I can't believe how dead my skin looks without the skincare. And so it's like that's a huge comparison that makes people be like, holy, these products are good. And then I'll do the body care line. So it's just like giving people a chance to like connect with them, talk to them. Like this is like the same stuff people have done forever, and I still do exactly that. And if the event makes sense, like to have everyone sit down, then yeah, maybe I'll do like a quick overview about Arbonne as a company. If it's a launch party, I'm going to have the person share why they started and what they love. Something that we wanted to do at this event, such as like it got so busy and so many people, it was too loud, like we couldn't, it just wasn't going to work. But if we had it quiet enough, I would have had like 2 or 3 people, because we had other consultants there, to share their testimonials out loud. Like that's really valuable. And we actually had feedback from other girls who was like, if you guys would have shared like why these products have done something for you and like what it's done for you, I would be way more likely to buy. And so that was our original plan, but like that's something that maybe we don't think about doing sometimes, is like getting 2 or 3 different voices to come as, you know, like third party validation to say like what the products have actually done for them. And then yeah, like that's honestly kind of it. And if I'm going to collect orders, I don't do order forms. I do blank pieces of paper. Just because, I don't know, that's just me personally. Like, I've just been something that I've always done where I'm like, no pressure. Like, if there's something you're noticing you like, just jot it down, because I'm going to figure out how I can save you 20 to 40% off. So just write it down, and then I'll come around or come find me so that I can help you figure out, like, how we can save you the most money and get you a free gift if you're eligible. So I don't go through, if you're a PT, you can save this much and this much. I don't go through any of that because I feel like it's a lot of information, kind of overwhelming. Yeah. So I just wait until I get that connection point with them about the product. And like, I don't know, maybe I could get more sales if I did the client sheets and I did collect all that info. But for me, I just found like keeping it more casual. Like my goal always at an event is I want you leaving saying that was fun and I didn't feel pressured, versus being the person who's like, oh my God, I will never go to one of those things again because I felt cornered to order. Like my opinion is like, I want to reshift how people feel about network marketing. And I 100% do not want anyone feeling pressured to buy at an event. Like I want you to want to buy, and I'm going to help you order if if you're interested in something. But if you're not, I'm not pushing you. Like I'm going to get that consultant to book a practice call with you after, or like stay in touch with you. I don't know. I just really believe in like playing the long game, and redefining like what people think of when they think of network marketing. Like I want them to think, oh my God, I actually kind of like that. Like that was actually kind of fun. I connected with women. I didn't feel pressured. Okay, great. They're more likely to come to your next event.
And so when you're doing, you said you don't do as many in-person things. You do like mostly like launching, right? So do you launch mostly on Zoom then when you do?
No. In person as much as possible. Zooms are not effective.
Yeah.
Like I've never found it to be effective. Obviously, if they don't live close, that's more difficult, but like then I'll try to coach them through how to do it on their own. But again, like nothing is going to be. It's so much more powerful if I do it. Like, and I know that. So even the people I let try to launch themselves, like some of my first consultants did, and obviously that was great. But I find what happens is like I have a bunch of yoga people lately, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to do my launch," and like all they do is sample tea at the end of the yoga. That's not a launch. No, like you have to properly talk about Arbonne. So I find almost like I'd love a new consultant to do it right away, but sometimes I'm like, you don't even have a testimonial of the product. You have no experience. You don't know anything. And like, I'd rather you not do it yet and like gain confidence and then throw your launch when you can say something of value and actually know what you're talking about.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah.
And I think it's like an understanding like no one is going to be as good as you. So if you come into that, like I was letting, even for example, like my areas or my region do all of their events on their own. And what I've been noticing was like, oh my gosh, there's so many missing pieces here. Like, you guys are not even engaging people. You're just kind of standing there. Like, I went to some of their events and I was like, this is why nothing's happening. And so it's like, just understanding that no one's going to care and be as good as you. Always feel like you're the best consultant on your team. Are there really awesome people who join you? Yeah. But like, go show up to everything you possibly can. So if you have a consultant that's going to do an event, be there if you can. Because it's like, those are all people you could be connecting with, rather than thinking like, oh yeah, it's their event, their business, like let them do it. No, try to keep yourself as involved as you possibly can. Because I had regions or area managers, and that I thought, you know, they've been in the business forever, they know what they're doing, but they were not confident, they were not bold. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I put headphones in.
Yeah.
You can hear me. You can?
Yes.
They were really passive. And I was like, oh, this is why nothing's coming from these events. So it's like, you need to go witness sometimes to understand, like, what's going on here so that I can help improve this. If that makes sense.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carly.
Any last thoughts? Yeah,
I have
you're
one more
welcome.
question, sorry. So Jill always tells us that I'm under Angelina, but she always tells us like, so you, if you're on socials or text message or whatever, to take it off. Are you just like super cheeky and just flat out ask them like, hey, do you have 5 minutes to like do a phone call? Or how do you ask them to take it out of like
Usually I'll
messaging?
just ask them. Yeah, so usually I'll ask them if, so like, let's say someone messaged me and they're interested in products or whatever, or understanding the business. I'll be like, how do I usually say it? Usually I'll just end up saying something along the lines of like, okay, we should totally book a call so I can give you a proper overview. What's your number? I'll text you so we can set up a time. So I just try to get their phone number and then say like, we can set up a time so I can properly like give you an overview.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Carly.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you
welcome.
giving us the time,
Thank you so much.
and can't wait
Yeah,
to.
this is weird doing it as like a phone call versus like a Zoom or something. But
I know,
hopefully
but
this is
doesn't it
okay.
like doesn't it feel good? I feel like because we did his call with Donna Johnson yesterday, I feel like you're just able to ramble more and not feeling like you have to be on and like, I don't know. I feel like phone calls sometimes are really good because you're just able to be yourself. Like, I know if I'm giving an overview, I'm not self-conscious on a Zoom. Like, I feel if I can give a three-way validation on a phone call, I'm just going off, like walking around, super
So
hyped.
you're not getting distracted, like looking at anyone either.
Yeah.
True.
So, I really appreciate you.
Yeah, we
and-
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And let me know if there's
Yeah, you're
anything.
welcome.
Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. I can buy you champagne again if you come back down.
Oh my god, I'm so drunk that day.
I know. But you know, you always have a place to stay at my house if you want to run an incentive
I know.
for your teams or whatever. So I love you so much.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say too, like, Jill, you did so much for me. Like, you're the one who said you're a national vice president to me when I was an area manager call. And like, you saying that to me was like, what is she talking about? I was like, what is she, she doesn't even know me. Like, why is she saying that?
Aww.
And I couldn't understand. And like, and literally though, that stuck with me. And then when I left that area manager retreat, you guys, after she poured that belief into me and I left with my little EMDP mug, I use that every day to like, let myself believe that this is possible for me. And I literally never forgot that. Like, never. And so it's like, don't even think about that for Jill. It's like her saying that to me, looking me in my eyes with conviction was what made me think like, wait a second, like maybe I can be a national vice president. So like,
And look at you now, Carly. Like look at you now. Like, I mean, and to me, like, I'm sorry, this is Erin. I'm all like choked up because like, you know, Jill and I have been through a lot together.
Yeah.
And, you know, we lost titles together. We got titles back. I mean, all the things, you know. And I think the reason I'm just chiming in, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just to piggyback, is that just what Jill said to you, you have then passed on. And look at that ripple effect, dude. And like, to me, we all have that power. We don't have to be Jill. We don't have to be Carly. We don't have to be Erin. We don't have to be any certain title to pour into people as a consultant, even to say, let's dream bigger. Let's go build. Let's go change lives with this gift. And to me, that's why I'm still here 19 years later. That's why Jill's here 20 years later, is because we know like that's the heart of Arbonne. That's why we continue to show up all these years later, all these hills and valleys and, you know, peaks and mountains, whatever, all the things, right? Is that like we have that power, like you said, inside of us to go tell someone today, listen, I know you are meant for more. Like, let's go do this. Let's link arms, right? And so like, I just think that's such a beautiful like illustration of like, God, like that's powerful for these girls to hear here that, you know, that sentence, that not just a sentence, but the conviction, right? It's like you can blow hot air out of your mouth all day, but if it's not met with intention and authenticity, then it doesn't mean anything. But that's one of the gifts that we have. That's a gift that Jill has. That's a gift that we all have. And, you know, even if people here don't think they have it yet, believe you have it. And just hearing, again, that difference that she made. And this, again, to me, I'm just such a believer in like the pay it forward and like look at the ripple effect. And that's why I'm here, like I said, how many years later is because like I want to continue to make a difference the way Jill did for you and the way you have passed that torch on. That's so freaking beautiful. And like I guarantee Petter freaking more, because up there looking down and being like, yes, like good job guys, like good job ladies, keep that fire going, you know? And like we all need to be reminded that like we have that capability. And again, to me, I'm the way I look at it, it's not just Arbonne, it's just in life in general. We all are meant to like make a difference and show up and like and pour into others, right? Arbonne or not, it just so happens we have connected with this amazing company. So I am so grateful that you took, you know, this time this morning with us, and you know, so appreciative, because I don't really know you. I just know like Jill and Avery like adore you, and I just see you flying. But you know, I
need to come to Big Sky, Carly. Let's plan a trip with some of your MVPs.
Yeah, well.
What'd you say?
Let's plan a trip to Big Sky with some of your MVPs with Aaron. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, we'd have a good time for
and
sure.
By the way, you know why, Carly? Because really, you're supposed to be on my team, because Tammy was supposed to sponsor that girl under me, but sponsored her under herself. So your whole line should have been on my team. So I'm kind of like your surrogate upline in a way. So I'll be jumping on your calls from now on, and
that's hilarious.
Dialing into all your stuff.
No, but on the real though, like we do appreciate you, and like you don't like, you know, we always say like you don't have any connection to us other than just being like a good Arbonne, you know, servant-hearted leader, and just like you want Arbonne to thrive just like we all do. So thank you for just pouring into us and pouring into our teams, and you know, like game freaking on, man. Like I think we all just needed a reboot, and this has done it for us. And again, you pouring into us and reminding us, like, you know, I'm not to cuss a lot, but who the, you know, F we are, like let's go, you know, like let's freaking go, dude. So we appreciate you.
I don't know why. I need to tell you guys one more thing. So
what?
I was on my call last night with my district area, and one of the districts I just said, like, I want someone who's never spoken before, like, I want you to speak up. Like, what is your conviction? Why do you believe in Arbonne? Like, what does it mean for you? And so she ended up sharing on the call. She's a district manager. She like left before, went to another company, she came back. Anyway, she almost died from her Crohn's. And she was like, you guys don't understand what we have here. Like, the women who were here to support me when I was in like the biggest health scare of my life was Arbonne. The products were able to help me through my Crohn's disease that literally almost killed her.
Wow.
So like, okay, product testimonial, that's big.
Yeah.
But she's like, the business, she's like, I realized there's nothing else out here in this world that I can do with this disease that she's like, it's Arbonne. She's like, every single thing. So I've tried my photography business and all these different things. And I was like, and what's crazy is with your photography business or whatever, I'm like, your clients are demanding of you. They want something from you. When we build our Arbonne businesses, people care about you. So I'm like, when she wasn't showing up, who was there being like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, what's happening? It was Arbonne people. Do you think any of her clients care? I'm like, none of them are gonna be like, oh, you're almost dying. Like, oh, so that. Like, they just want their photos. Like, it's like, we have a sisterhood, and it's not just transactional. We care about people. We want the person to thrive. We want the person's business to grow. We want people to have transformations with the product. And so I think sometimes we can forget that this is rare, the offers, like it's not rare anymore to be able to make money online. There's so many things you can do. But the connection, the opportunities, the communities, the people who are in this and care about people, like that is rare. And so remembering that every time you're starting this business, like understanding it's different. It is different because there's lots of ways to make money online, but not lots of ways that you're actually supported and cared for and valued by other people in that. So just keep that in mind when you're sharing this business.
Thank you, Carly.
Thank you, Carly.
Thank
Love
you.
you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
Have
sharing.
fun.
Thank you for sharing with us for so long. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, of course.
We'll chat soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.